Welcome back to another session of Coding for Kids. Today, in lesson 2, you're going to learn how to set the characters at their desired angles, flip the character orientation to make sure they're facing the right way, have character 1 speak to character 2, have character 2 give a response back, and change the number of seconds the characters speak if necessary. But one of the first things I like to do before we get started is review what we've learned the previous week. So once you go into Udemy, you're going to click My Stuff. And as teachers, you'll often find this happens where students accidentally create an extra one. Just simply click delete, but make sure you talk to the students about how they are not to ever do this. So that was a mistake that a child meant to start but didn't get started. And then once you find your story, you're going to click See Inside. So the first thing that I would do is have students, and you can zoom in here, have students explain to me what has happened the day before. How do you make the character glide across the screen? So I might even minimize this and hide it over here first and see if they can come up to the board, the smart board, and recreate another one over here. Remember, once it's over here, it's not permanent. You can always put it right back. So after they've done it, you can then click and drag and place this back where you'd like it. And remember, the lesson from yesterday was to select a backdrop and 2 characters, place the characters at their starting points, and have characters move across the screen to desired locations. Now, in my beta testing of this, someone pointed out something to me. That someone was actually my dad. And he said, I don't understand why you're always hitting the stop sign. What is that doing? Why are you doing that? For the stop sign, it's important to press this when you're working on things because for some reason, as you add different pieces of code, it needs to reset itself before it will play everything that you've been working on. So it's just a button that resets and says, okay, I've added everything I want to add and I'm ready to test to see if the code that I put in works. Okay, so on to lesson 2. One of the first things you will notice, and here we go, press the stop sign to reset it. I press the space key. The bat is facing the wrong direction and the ref representing me is facing the wrong direction. And students will be pointing this out on day 1 and having a fit about it, but just remind them that these things come in steps and it's one thing at a time. So today you're going to learn how to make sure the characters are facing the right way. But the first thing I want you to do before that is to add this button here, which is point in direction 90 degrees for each character. So you're going to click the bat and we're going to point in direction 90 degrees. This ensures the characters are straight up and down on the X and Y coordinate plane. Because as the stories go on, characters will be rotating and flipping around and doing all kinds of things. And it's important to place them this way early to say when the space key is pressed, I want you to start up and down. And of course, some students will want them to start upside down, sideways, and they're more than welcome to do that. But 90 degrees to the right is straight up and down with this. So now let's get to character orientation. So the first thing we notice when we do this is the bat's coming in backwards. So I'm going to go into costumes and notice the bat is selected down here. And I'm going to duplicate this bat. So make sure when you hover over this, it'll say duplicate. Then you just click it and you'll get another bat here. And you take your cursor over to the other side and you want to flip left and right. So now you have a bat and you'll notice it says bat 1A2 and then you have bat 1A. So when we go back to scripts, under looks, under the looks tab, you can switch the costume when the space key is pressed to bat 1A2 so that it's facing the right way. Let's test this out. Great. The bat is facing the right way. However, the referee is not. So now I'm going to select the referee. And again, I'm going to click Costumes, click Duplicate. And oh, look what I noticed here. Sometimes some costumes have already set them up to face left and face right. So I actually don't have to duplicate in this case. And all I need to do is go to switch costume referee 2, because you notice the referee 2 is facing to the right. So let's test that. And beautiful oops on my part there, referee 2 is facing to the left. I wanted referee 1. Referee 1 faces to the right. So I'm going to come in here. Oh, I made a mistake. And again, I encourage you to embrace your mistakes in front of the students all the time. Come over here, get rid of switch costume referee 2. Oops, time to fix the glitch. That's my job as a coder. And I'm going to click the arrow and click referee. I just wanted referee 1. Stop sign again to reset everything and test it. Bat flies in facing the right way. And I am now running away facing the right way. So when I'm out at recess, I like to play with my friends and I love to play tag. So that's what was happening in my recess story. So now I want to say to my friend Joe, let's play tag! Exclamation mark. And then I'm going to go under events and say broadcast message 1. And then for Joe wanted to play tag with me, thankfully today. So for Joe, it's when I receive message 1, I'm going to go back to looks and have them say, great, you're it. And then, this is very important, under events, you're going to say broadcast, and it'll say message 1 here. You need to change it, so click the arrow to say message 2. So now we're broadcasting message 2. Again, the ref broadcasts message 1. The bat receives message 1, says, great, you're it. And then we broadcast their message, which is the second message in our story. Let's test this out. Bat flies in, I run away. Let's play tag. Great, you're it. Now, if we need a little bit more time to read that, you can add this to 3 seconds. And at this point, all of your students will be raising their hands and saying, the referee's facing the wrong way when he's talking with his back to the friend. So you say, great, I want to fix that. So you come under looks and say, before you talk, let's turn around. So switch costume referee 2 now, face to the left, and reply to the bat. Comes over. Let's play tag. Great, you're it.